Yo, what is up, friends? Kenji back again for another draft here on Magic Online. Got ourselves some new sets, some March of the Machine here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that like and subscribe, and you can check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all of your Magic card related needs. So, pretty wonky set, a lot of crazy bombs in the format. There are a ton of flashback cards introduced as well. The main new thing you'll see is the battle card. Pretty cool card that you get to cast as a battle, and then you can kind of attack it like attacking a planeswalker, so to speak. And if you destroy it, then you get the flip side, which has some random ability, usually a creature of sorts. Anyways, we opened an Atris Oracle of Half-Truce. Pretty good card. This was a reprint, of course, so definitely could consider that one as a value card. But we also have a Pile-On here, and this is just a great 4-mana removal spell that's in an individual color, not 2 colors, so we're probably going to go with that. Convoke is back. It's an instant, 4 mana, destroy a creature, planeswalker, surveil 2. Can't really go wrong with the value on that one. So I think taking the Pile-On makes the most sense. And oh boy, we have a pretty crazy second pack as well. So from what I've experienced in this format thus far is that it's extremely bomb heavy. Games go pretty long. And oftentimes players are jockeying for position. And what happens is the game goes to like turn 10. Both players are playing bombs. Eventually somebody has a little bit better interaction or whatever, one more higher, bigger bomb, and then the game ends that way. But that's not to say you can't do some crazy aggressive deck. It is definitely slower than All Will Be One, but it's a unique thing for sure. Anyway, Thalia, flashback card getting passed to us, but we have Collective Nightmare here, another good Convoke black removal spell. One of the battles, this is the Invasion of Eldraine, acts as a Mind Rot that turns into a flyer. One of the craziest 2-drops in the format, 2/2 Trample Prowess for 2. You can pay 3 mana, so flip it on turn 3 into a 3/3 Trample Ward 2 with double Prowess. Absolutely insane. I think I like taking the Collective Nightmare here slightly more, but that Kenra is definitely the nuts. In the previous pack, there was also a Marshal of Zhalfir, notably, so Knight's got a really good Lord/Tapper. So I'm passing somebody back-to-back Marshal of Zhalfirs as well. Cards here for us, probably just going to be taking the Volcanic Spite despite despite passing the Kenra in the previous pack. This is just Fire Prophecy that can hit battles in addition, so very good card. Red-black removal so far. Let's see if we can do some good stuff with that. Ooh, and yes, we can. We are getting past a Judith. Holy crap, I didn't realize that Judith was in the format. Yeah, this card's just amazing. 3 mana 2/2, other creatures you control get buffed, and then whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith deals 1 damage to any target. Fantastic, again, red-black card here in the form of Stormclaw Rager. 3 mana 2/2, you can sack a creature or artifact to put a 1/1 counter on it, and you get to draw a card. Sorcery speed only, but you can do that as many times as you want. There is a cycle of creatures that can cycle for their basic type. So all of these land cyclers you're going to see are very good in the format just because they're good early and they're good late. But yeah, this looks like a really fun Judith start. Vanquish the Weak now. Pretty nice. Again, this is another reprint. But this one isn't in the slot of cards like Zada and whatnot. This is just purely a reprint in the normal set itself. So this is a fantastic red-black removal start here. We have 4 good removal spells and a Judith. I am thinking we're in a great position so far. A little bit of a weird signal I've passed, sure, but if we're going to keep getting past good black and red, then what we are passing isn't so much of a concern. Another new mechanic in the format is Backup. Backup gives another creature or itself some number of counters, and it also grants the creature that ability for the end of turn. Is this what we want to be taking here? Like a 3/3 lifelinker or a 4 mana 2/2 lifelink that can pump something else and give it lifelink until the end of turn? It's probably fine. Yeah, we'll just stick with black for now. There are some better cards in the pack, but I don't see any reason to ditch. Okay, that's a pretty good green card, kind of late. Think of it as like a 2 mana 3/3 basically. Here's one of the other land cyclers. This is a 6/5 reach trample for 6 with forest cycling, so again, just quite good. Yeah, the depth card is okay. This requires a way to pump it up, but it works with Judith and the Etherborn we currently have. I guess at this point I'll stay a little bit open, though, and maybe just take the Negotiator, see what happens there. A couple of Mutagen Connoisseurs going around for the Transform deck. Flitting Gorilla, though, seems good enough here. 3 mana 2/2 flyer that has some value. I like this card quite a bit. This is Render Inert. Remove up to 5 counters from target permanent. You draw a card. So what you can do with that is you can instantly flip a battle that has 5 or fewer counters on it. You can kill any of the incubate creatures, basically. It's actually a really solid card. Etched Familiar is just fine. Filler if we want. Wow, that's a... Okay, so we are seeing, again, some good green go around late. I guess maybe red is not the place to be, because both Chomping Kavu and Overgrown Pest are pretty solid. I don't think I'm going to be moved off of black anytime soon, but... Could be black-green instead of black-red here. Okay, interesting. Mauler's coming back around. We have a Jungle Hollow. And Traumatic Revelation, honestly, not bad as well. 2 mana, make an opponent discard a creature or battle. Or if you don't have them discard, you get to incubate 3. So that's one of those cards that is actually a lot better in this format, right? Usually discard effects can be really, really bad if you draw them late in the game. But those ones kind of mitigate that issue. Good sideboard card here, Glistening Deluge for the green or white matchup. Pretty solid first pack overall, I'd say. Oh, we opened a Jin Gataxius, one of the Praetors that's in the format. And the funny thing is you can open the old school Praetors as well. So this is a 5 mana 5/5 ward 2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, you get to draw a card. The flip on exile is, or flip on Jin Gataxius is usually not going to happen because you have to do it at sorcery speed when you have 7 or more cards in your hand. It is very powerful though. Yeah, it's. I mean, all the Praetors are insane, and I guess given we're only locked into black, I kind of just need to take it as a crazy bomb pickup. Another Spell Spear here, crazy. There is an Invasion of Urgaltha. That's a good, what do you call it? Good battle to flip other battles. Gargantua, you probably remember this card from Apocalypse, or maybe you don't, but it's a reprint as well. Another Vanquish the Weak, Temporal Cleansing. Have a few different routes we can go here. I think we'll just stick with the Gargantua for some more black cards. Good black cards, that is. Into, what is this? Maybe Ifara's Dispersal. It's a good removal. 3 mana, instant. Return a creature to its owner's hand, surveil 2, and then you can cast it for a single blue if it is targeting an attacking creature. Seems good. Another Render Inert, though that does not look particularly good in our deck. Yeah, some random okay red stuff here, but I think this is actually a Saiba Cryptomancer. This is another card that's been really impressive. Like, it has a ton of synergies. And it's a protect. It's like a Snakeskin Veil kind of, but also on a 0/1 creature. So I've been happy with that one for sure. Jeru and Hazaret on this old border. I never knew that was a thing in this format too. Interesting. Card's nice, but we're not going to bother looking at it. We'll just take the Dismal Backwater here for us. And I think we're just going to lock in the blue-black. So obviously I'm going to need to pick up some more early game plays, but this is a pretty darn good start, I would say. Yeah, looks good. Okay, on to the next pack. We're getting another Phyrexian Gargantua. Jeez, I really want to take a 2-drop here, even if it's just like a vanilla 2/2 for 2, basically. But, okay, we might be going like an 18 land deck here. Yowza. Very, very expensive deck. Let's see. Gorilla is kind of fillerish. Well, I do have good removal. I need to find some of the cheaper removal. There is a black instant that costs 2 that gives -2/-2 to a creature, or you can sack a creature to give something -6/-6. So the versatility and cheapness of that card is probably something we're really on the lookout for. I guess I'll just take another Cryptomancer here. I'm not going to say it's particularly good in our deck, but at least it's something. I mean, it's a 2-mana 1/2 flash if you're using it as a 2-mana play by itself, but lets us cast some Convoke stuff, if nothing else. Okay, on to the last few picks here of Pack 2. Some more good green stuff. Feels like maybe green was a better place for us. Gosh, I could still be... Man, I guess I could still be black-green. And then we only have 2 black cards. I guess the Simulate... Like, this is another one of those cards similar to the discard card that counters really... Like, this one can be bad in limited, but this one at least still gives you some value later on in the game, so... Counter spell unless they pay 4, or if they can pay, then you at least get an Incubate 2/2. Conversion's alright. Yeah, we might play 2 of those. Another Assimilate Essence, okay as well. This actually has a little bit of value. 5 mana 4/4. Each player mills 2. Then you can put an instant sorcerer or battle from your graveyard on top of your library. Okay, I mean, I'd say we're kind of getting there. Some of those cards I'm not so thrilled to play, but we still have a full pack 3 to go, so let's see if we can open some more goodies. Some more cheaper, better cards. Get us to that late game. Okay, pack 3 is active, and we opened the Dina as one of the old flashback cards. Zamone and Dina as the actual card. 3/4 for Sultai. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2. Sack another creature, draw a card. You may put a land from your hand on the battlefield tapped. If you control 8 or more lands, you can repeat this process. Interesting. We have one of my favorite invasions in the pack here. This is the tap down that turns into a 2/3 flyer that draws a card, is really strong. I don't have any fixing really, so I'm not sure if we're supposed to play the Zamone and Dina, but it does look like a good card here. Corruption of Tawashi is great. Good value card with a lot of the flip mechanics in the format, though our deck isn't particularly great for that. I guess the upside of Zamone and Dina might be worth it. Let's try it out. Any land fixing here for us? No. What is this rare? You may cast sorcery spells this turn as though they had flash. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell twice. You may choose new targets. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Wouldn't call it good, but that's crazy. Elvish Vat Keepers in the pack. Some more good green. There's no good blue here, and pretty mediocre black, so... Yeah, okay, I guess we're gonna take that. Another Dismal Backwater, or Skittering Surveyor for fixing is good. Maybe I was supposed to just be full-on Sultai to begin with, I don't know. I don't think I can go wrong with Skittering Surveyor given what we have already, though. We are loading up on 3-drops. This is going to be a weird one, friends. Invasion of Segovia, 3 mana for 2 1/1 tokens that have trample. And then if you can flip it, it turns into a 3/3 non-creature spells you cast have Convoke. the beginning of your end step, untap up to 4 target creatures. That actually is not too bad. Xerox Strobe Knight's a fantastic double spell value card. There's another Dispersal here. I kind of like taking this Invasion, though. That seems pretty cool. Ooh, another nice pack here for us as well. Another Render Inert wouldn't be bad, but we have a Halo Forager. This is another really solid blue-black card. So 3/1 flyer for 3, then when it ETBs, you can pay X and cast an instant or sorcery from any graveyard with mana value X without paying its mana cost. Gosh, we don't have enough good cheap cards to really make that insane, but it's got to still be the pick here, right, over another Render? I think so. I mean, how many of these Cryptomancers is too many? Probably one. I have another in my sideboard already. Guess we can just take this for some fixing and for some ramp and something to do on turn 2, but I would not call that a good card in our deck at all. Oh, there's an old school Rona. I think Temporal Cleansing makes more sense here. It's just a random 3/4, but Cleansing has some good value and can buy us some time. Okay. Traumatic Revelation, another 2-drop that I'm not upset about playing. That's the second Errant in Giada, too. That's kind of funny. I don't think we were ever going to be in blue-white, but... Well, I'm not sure about this draft. Kind of all over the place. Did not get enough early game to really feel super confident. Again, is this even good in our deck? Not particularly, but there's nothing else I'm taking. This Racer's just got to be bad. I'm probably supposed to run these Disturbing Conversions, even though I hate it. There is a kind of a self-mill theme, or rather a mill your opponent theme in the format, but we're not doing anything like that. I guess I can still just play it as bad removal. Okay. Well, it is what it is. If I want to run the Surveyor if we're not splashing green anymore, I am not sure about that. We'll end up with a playable deck. I'm probably going to need to draw a little bit well. Wow. Geez, getting that Strobe Knight's kind of sick on the wheel. Huh, that Ancient, man. That Ancient, too. So I think the Lifelinker is probably an easy cut here. Random 3/2 flyer for 4. Yeah, I guess we don't need the Skittering Surveyor if we don't want to. Well, the game plan with his deck is going to be controlling them out with removal and then hopefully winning with pure card advantage, I guess. Yeah, that seems right. I mean... Three-two flyer for 4 any good here? Maybe. Maybe that's better than just the random Disturbing Conversation. All right, 8 lands, or 8 of each with a Dismal Backwater. Let's save this and see what we can do with blue-black control here in this March of the Machine draft. Okay, here we are for round 1 of this March of the Machine draft with our blue-blacky control deck. Yeah, that hand looks fine enough, right? Skittering Surveyor can fix us for some manas. Assuming we don't just naturally draw a swamp. White, blue, so probably the Knight deck from the opponent would be the guess. That is a lot of islands we've drawn. Wow. No plays the first 3 turns for them is kind of crazy. What you got? Errant and Jada. Sure. So they were probably in our draft, I would guess. I'm not going to flash in the Cryptomancer just to save our 1-2 there. Doesn't seem correct. Flash Flying. Look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast spells with Flash or Flying from the top of your library. Pretty strong. Luckily, there aren't that many Flash cards in the format, right? Instants aren't Flash, but if they have some flyers that they can cast from the top, that's pretty gross. 2/4, whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more permanents, you incubate 2. Good value card there. Let's go ahead and attack in for 3, I think. Then just play out our Familiar and pass with both of our 2 mana plays open. Love to hit a swamp next turn for the Gargantua. Two mana. What you got? Stasis Field, make a token, incubate. All right, I'll go ahead and flash out the Cryptomancer then. Saving my flyer while also making it a 4/3 seems pretty good. Ooh, into an Awakening. All right, so let's say incubate 4. And then Phyrexians they control get Vigilance. Did not find the swamp. I mean, I could just cast Render Inert on their token here. So it won't kill it, but it will remove all of its counters. That's probably worth it, I would say. Dispersal. That's another decent draw. Okay, so let's attack for 4 in the air. And then hold up Dispersal for another attack or the Essence for another play. So only creatures or battles there for the counter. Unless it's something truly busted, I'm not going to bother countering because we want to be able to Dispersal and get Dispersal and get the Surveil value. So yeah, let's go ahead and tuck away their 2/4. And we will go top. Top, very good. Draw the swamp, draw the pile-on removal. Seems great. Let's go ahead and attack. And if they want to trade with their incubator token, I'm okay with that. So we'll go back up to 16. They're going to go down to 11. Draw our pylon and 1 unknown. Backwater, sure. Did they put the 2/4 back on top? I guess I should have checked. Oh, wait, it goes back to their hand, right? Oh my gosh, they have the Boonbringer Valkyrie. 4/4, backup 1, flying first strike lifelink. That card is absolutely busted. They did pump up their Jada. Yikes. What can I do now? I can play the backwater. Let's see. Well, do I need... I guess I'd rather Traumatic Revelation their hand here. Take a peek at what's going on first. Oh, they have the Invasion. Oh, God, they have the frickin' Arrest, too. That's unfortunate. Yeah, let's... I guess kill their Valkyrie. Graveyard, graveyard. Luckily, the lifelink and whatnot is only until end of turn, but this is still pretty bad for us. Like, now they can go Tiller of Flesh into Grasp and get another Incubate. Attack me for 3. Yeah. Definitely falling behind here. Oof, and another land's not what we needed. So this is probably a concede. You may put a creature or battle from your graveyard on top. We don't have anything good to get back. A little bit annoying that they get to see that I'm running 2 of these Assimilate Essences, but there's not much I can do about that. I'm not sure if they got any value off of this card. It was kind of hard to tell if it ever played it from the top or not. All right, top deck. What you got for me? Corruption of Tawashi. That actually is not bad. That gives us a 4/4. That draws us an extra card. We still need to find a way to deal with their Errant and Giada, but... Uh-oh. What did they draw now? Ha! They drew their own. Perfect. Well, that's unfortunate. For a second, it looked like I could stabilize there. I mean, what we have Jin Gataxius in our deck. What else? Yeah, I think I just need to take 3 here. Go to 3. No, that's not it. Okay, that was actually really good. So we pass priority here. They're going to flip one of their tokens, draw a card. We can vanquish Jada in response, so they can't do anything about it. We're not dead on board, but we're very close. And they still, like, the thing is, they can transform this, even though it has no counters on it, to still draw an extra card, and they can flip this to draw an extra card as well. So it's unlikely we can stabilize, but it's not impossible. Like, if they just drew 2 lands, I mean, there's a small chance. Yeah, trade 4/4 for 4/4. SRAM works well with the enchantment removals. I mean, again, technically not dead here, but just very far behind. Let's see. Yeah, nothing good to put on top. Oh, that's bad. So I have to go chump trade, and they have a tapper. I don't think we have any outs at that point. Go to 1. I don't even know if it's worth giving them. In fact, I probably don't even want to give them the information of the mill. So let's just concede there. Because at 1 life, I can't even draw my other Gargantua as an out. So blue, white, flyers more than knights there for the opponent. Creatures that are green and or white get an additional -2. Okay, so that gives green and white creatures -3, and that's definitely worth bringing in. Not sure there's much else we want. I mean, the corruption is like medium in our deck, so maybe this is fine to cut. Go something like that. Go to game 2. Yikes. And the funny thing is, I actually think I keep this hand. The opponent's deck didn't seem particularly fast, and our deck does want a lot of mana sources, so keeping a, in essence, 6 land hand is probably alright. Probably? Alright, cleansing was okay, but we want to be proactive, not reactive, so there's a Daxos, that's alright. Ooh, this Glistening Deluge is looking like it's going to be pretty good. All creatures get -1/-1. Creatures that are green and or white get an additional -2/-2. Yeah, very good. There's the Awakening. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it's a little bit awkward because I do end up killing my Kraken tokens with the Deluge if I cast it, I guess. That's kind of spicy. Not a bad draw. Nice. Another good creature for us to kill with the Deluge. Not going to bother using Dispersal on that. Okay, I think I'm just going to pass here and chill out. No rush to do anything. Pretty happy to chump the Phyrexian token for a turn, perhaps. Well, I guess it's probably just better to dispersal it right now. Because that way we can Halo Forager and Dispersal again next turn if we want to. Oh, is this the +1/+1 and protection from something card? It is. Very nice. Alright, so we will just chump with one of the tokens then, no problem. Oh, pro blue, I can't chump. Gotcha. Right. Guess I should have blocked first in that scenario. It's another really solid draw here. So we get to Forager, X is 3, Dispersal the token again. And let's see. Yeah, those both look fine. We'll draw the land, and then we'll draw the Mauler to cast with the land. If they tap down, I won't be able to use Collective Nightmare Convoke, but it's not a huge problem. Yeah, I mean, I think we're doing pretty well this game. Okay, they're going to cast the Invasion. That's the draw 3, discard 1. So that means we're going to be able to flip our battle. I mean, I guess the game plan is going to be to get the Mauler, put the 2/1/1 counters on the Halo Forager so that it survives through the Deluge. Oh, they have a Jin Gataxias too that they discarded. And they missed a land drop. That's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm okay with them hitting that for 2. Okay, let's attack, see if I can kill the invasion battle. Good. Untap. Say go. So we know they have the O-Ring card in their deck. I wouldn't be surprised to see that here. O-Ring and like pass would make a lot of sense. Yep, exactly what they had. Sure, that's fine. Let's play our Mauler out. Combat. Assume they're going to tap it. Yeah, they could let me attack, I guess, and then plan on tapping the Mauler instead. Nope. Okay, they'll just prevent the damage. Come on, give us a little bit more value for this glistening deluge. Is this the arrest incoming? Yes, it is. So if they want to, they could attack both to the invasion, but that's a little bit risky. we'll just jump with our 1/1. I guess let's go to combat. Ah, they have some trickiness, huh? Okay, well, let's attack into it. I think they might just be trying to flip their card and so keep their thing alive. I guess firing off the Deluge now is probably worthwhile. Doesn't look like we're going to get too much more value, although I wouldn't be surprised if we could. And we're still holding up Nightmare anyways. So that will kill the Daxos. Oh, no it won't. I am very wrong about that. Wait, why didn't they tap then? Why did I think Daxos was going to die? They have so many pips now for Daxos. This is Giada, and we can kill that then. Ah, so I actually got pretty punished for waiting on the Deluge. Because if we had fired off before they got the Grasp and the Seal online, sheesh. Yeah, it's really bad. And we don't really want to let them flip the Invasion, otherwise it can copy a spell, which is gross. Ah, this is really bad, really bad, really bad. Jeez. And we're kind of flooding out here a little bit. I don't think it's worth to cleanse any of these cards. They just rebuy them back. It's probably just right to, unfortunately, get rid of the 4/4, even though they still get to draw a card. They just flip it in response. Yeah. So I guess I just go cleansing and pass. Hope they don't have anything. That's also really bad. That gives them another incubate token of which they can draw another card with the corruption. Man, where are my Phyrexian Gargantuas? We are desperately looking for those. Daxos is a 2/7. Okay, that's not awful to start. Oh, not looking good. Not looking good. Alright, bounce off of Daxos. Still think I gotta try to stop them from flipping the invasion. And I obviously I just can't beat anything here, so pray that they don't have anything. Nice. Hexproof, that's good enough. Alright, GG's. We needed to find our Daxos, or not Daxos, our Gargantuas, and, Gataxius a lot earlier. We just got kind of smoked there. Outvalued us for sure, hard. But I think our deck is decent. We can probably win the next two. Okay, on to round number 2 we go. What a nice looking hand that is. Maybe a little bit slow, but we have some really nice cards we were looking for in that previous match. Good old Strobe Knight. Oh, it looks like the opponent's on a mulligan to 5. That is not very easy to come back from when you're on the play in limited, but maybe we can still make a game out of this yet. Turn 2 kite sail. Probably not good enough. Triple mountain. Yeah, Dreadship's good. 4/1 haste vehicle that incubate 2s when it enters. A lot of people sleep on that, but I think the Dreadship's actually quite solid. Let's see here. Let's get the familiar online first, as we don't mind trading that away. Or that dying to a removal spell if they opt for that instead. Okay, so resolve into fire and a land. It's pretty good. I guess they're not going to be casting that if they're playing out the Prankster, though. Oh, they're offering a trade. Okay, I'm happy with that. Sure. Get that thing off the battlefield. Again, given that they're on a mulligan to 5, trading for us is just really, really good. Yeah, I'm just going to vanquish the weak this turn instead. Because if I play out my Strobe Knight and then they transform this, it gets really awkward. Right, when this dies, each opponent sacrifices an artifact or creature, so I think that makes sense. Okay, they're going to cast the fire. They're going to put any number of cards from their hand on the bottom of their library and then draw that many cards. Oh, +1, +1. I didn't see that. So they do net a card from that. And yeah, we'll just vanquish that. Next turn we go Strobe Knight plus hold up Cryptomancer. Nice. Man, where were these last game or last match? The Gargantuas would have been so good. 6 mana, 4/4, draw 2. Pretty nice. Oh, nice. Another Ren's Resolve. Ooh, Valduck and the Beat Stick to go along with it. That's great. Oh, that's fantastic. Pretty cool there. But drawing that 6th land, I am going to guess locks up the game for us. Now we're just going to bury them in raw card advantage. So remember, the Knight's a 2/2 Flying Vigilance for 3, and then you can tap it to make a 2/2 Vigilance if you've cast 2 or more spells this turn. Doesn't matter if it's the opponent's turn or your turn. Alright, so they go with the Valduck. They probably equip it with the Kite Sail. Oh, no, they didn't. I guess they're just going to activate the token then. Sure. It's pretty cool if they're truly mono red. Alright, smack with both. I think we're probably better off playing it a little bit conservatively here and just playing Oculus Whelp and holding up both the Crypto and the Pylon. So even though I lose a little bit of value from potentially the Strobe Knight, I think that's correct. Oh, they didn't even activate their token end of turn. Maybe they forgot. Alright, I guess. Oh, they just scooped the match. No. Man. Anticlimactic there. All right, well, I guess we are going to be 1-1 going on to match number 3. All right, some good games in the first match, unfortunate in the second match, but here we are for a third and final round. Well, I found Jin Gataxius, everybody. Yeah, we'll be taking a mulligan down to 6 there. Oh my gosh. Holy moly, that is an expensive hand. I'm going to pitch Swamp here and hope that I somehow can survive until getting to 6 mana. So the nice thing is, pitching a Swamp is fine because if we draw some more lands, then I can just, or rather, if we don't draw more lands, I can just cycle the Mauler. If we do draw more lands, I can just hold on to it, you know? We have our heavy hitters. 2/2. Okay, I'm going to assume that I want to Swamp Cycle this now. Come on. Action. We'll take it. Second blue source for Jin Gataxius was good enough. We'll take it. I will say this. Because our opponent's on red-black, and our first play is looking to be Jin Gataxius, there is a world where they have the sacrifice effect. There's a 2-mana battle, red-black battle, that when it enters, an opponent sacks their creature. So if that happens to us, I mean, good beats. Not much I can do about that. Oh, God. Okay. I think my game plan here is to not cast the Pylon and save it for a better creature. And just pray that they can't do anything to Jin Gataxius next turn. Okay, never mind. We will be killing that end of turn because that one is super relevant. Okay, put that in the graveyard. We will keep the token maker. Although I still think it's right to run out Jin Gataxius before the token maker. Okay, cross our fingers. Don't do it. I don't remember what the battle's called, but it would suck. Into the fire. Okay, we're okay with that. Phew. That means we're going to get at least one turn with Gataxius here. Okay, no attacks. Nice. No pump or something. That's a great draw. All right, so let's stabilize a little bit. Let's play out our Invasion of Segovia, draw an extra card. Oh, hey, and a way to protect. Okay, so I was going to leave back the Gataxius, but now if they double block, I have the Cryptomancer. And if they don't block, I get to flip this. If they do block, they're either chumping or we get to 2-for-1 them. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just like that. Just like that, please. Boom, baby. Boom. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. So again, 5 mana, 5/5, ward 2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 2 or greater, draw a card. And then the ability requires 7 mana, so holy crap, these draws are sick. This is nasty. What I get to do is Phyrexian Gargantua here. Right? Draw 2. Oh, now I guess we'll just Collective Nightmare that thing instead. Save Temporal for something different. Kill the battle, attack them for 2. Get our octopus or whatever, untap 4 creatures. And that actually means, since non-creature spells I have Convoke, that means I can actually cast Assimilate Essence now too. This is great. this is insane. Wonder if they just scoop to that. I mean, they still have 24 life, but we do hit them for quite a bit next turn. Yeah, I mean... Haymakers, baby. All right, Jin-Gataxius doing the Lord's work there. Deluge doesn't look like it's going to be too good versus them. They're red-black splashing some amount of green. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it back. Crazy game. Oh, God. These hand... I can't keep this one. I mean, I have Revelation to peek at their hand on turn 2, but obviously this is just way too slow, plus no blue. That is slightly better, but still really freaking weak. I'm going to keep the Gargantua, pitch the tower. Vanquish if we find one land. Perfect. Will be useful, of course. If they have something with tokens, we can render it inert. Love this one. 2 mana, 1/1 Death Touch, 4 to transform if you pay the Phyrexian mana, and then it turns into a 3/3 Death Touch that draws cards. It's so sick. Oh, and they have their Rager again, too. I guess I'm just gonna make my 2 1/1s again. Battles look so derpy on Magic Online. Oh, white as well? Green and white? Oh, and they're just immediately sacrificing their agent there to level up their Rager. Huh. What is that? They have some like way to bring this back or something? I mean, if we get to vanquish that next turn, that would be insane. Yeah, no blocks. What is this? Invasion of Theros. When it enters, search your library for an aura, god, or demigod. What? Oh, just grasp. That's fine. Oh, you know what I just realized here? Duh, I can just render inert my Invasion of Segovia right now. Flip it. Cast it. Attack for 2, because those are going to untap, and then vanquish their Rager. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, baby. We doing it. All right, so they have a arrest in their hand. But if they just arrest my 3/3, I mean, is that even that good? I still get all of the abilities that are just sitting on it. What does this turn into? 4/4. Yeah, okay, they did. Oh, sure, they have two 1/1s of their own. So we don't want to trade. Our convoke value is too good. Only non-creature spells, right, have convoke? Yeah, okay. So the Oculus Whelp actually does a little bit more work here, right? We have the transformed invasion, so if this dies, we do draw an extra card. Seems Gucci. Oh no! Okay. Well, we get to draw at least. They must have just drawn that since they did cast the 2 1/1s, unless they were trying to bait me. mean... Oh yeah, we're just going to grind them out with value. Too much value we're getting here. More white. Didn't we see a rugged Highlands last game? There's the Javelineer again. We don't care about that particularly. Ooh, that's a good draw. Okay, so... let's go Etched Familiar. Take a peek at their hand. Oh, their hand's garbage. All right, so... attack. Then we go Flitting Gorilla. I assume they're going to concede here because what I'm going to do is untap all my creatures at the end of the turn and then pile on to kill their Javelineer before they can ping with it. And then I get to Surveil. They don't get to flip this. They're left with garbage in their hand. Just a portent tracker. Like, what? Hey, there's the Rugged Highlands for it, but that's basically game now. Unless they draw a Wrath like next turn, they're taking, what, 9 this turn, going to 7. Oh, yeah, I mean, our draws are just nasty here. Halo Forager has so many good hits. But I don't even think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to say go. There's no reason to overcommit into a Wrath. They did it. They played their portent tracker. And now they will die. Okay. Hey, maybe our deck was better than I gave it credit for. Maybe we just didn't draw what we needed in game or match 1, but that was a good showcasing for our deck. Not too shabby. Nice little 2-in-1 there. Sure, we'll take it. Take a peek at the deck one more time. Nice little blue-black. It wasn't really the blue-black theme that is supposed to be going on in this format, but we just had some really, really nice value cards with some decent removal. So, we'll take it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back next week for some more. Bye-bye.